Born on August 29, 1958, Michael Jackson was a man who wanted to defeat the natural order. He hated four things. He hated his black color. He wanted to look like a white person. He hated anonymity. He wanted to be the most famous person in the world. He hated his past. He wanted to tear his past away from himself. He hated dying at 70, like ordinary people. He wanted to live for 150 years. He wanted to be a singer who would dance in front of millions of people. At the age of 150, sing his last song, kiss his 25-year-old girlfriend on the forehead, and leave the world in the presence of millions of fans. Michael Jackson's future life was spent fulfilling these four desires. He launched his second album, Thriller, in 1982. It was the best-selling album in the world. In a month, 65 million copies were sold, and it became part of the Guinness Book of World Records. Michael Jackson was now the most famous singer in the world. He had defeated anonymity. Michael then decided to defeat his dark skin and started plastic surgery. Hired the services of 55 top plastic surgeons in America and Europe. Until by 1987, Michael Jackson's entire appearance, skin, impressions, and movements had changed. Instead of the black Michael Jackson, a beautiful Michael Jackson, with fair skin and feminine impressions came to the world. Thus, he also defeated his dark complexion. After that, the turn of the past came. Michael Jackson started running away from his past. He cut off contact with his family. He changed his addresses. He got white parents on rent and got rid of all his old friends. During all these steps, where he became lonely, he also got caught in the whirlpool of artificial life. He married Elvis Presley's daughter Lisa Marie Presley to make himself famous. He also had large statues of himself installed in Europe. And he also had his first son, Prince Michael, with a nurse, Debbie Rowe, through artificial reproduction. His daughter Paris Michael was also born from Debbie Rowe's womb. This attempt of his was also successful. He also got rid of his past to a large extent. So now it was the turn of his last wish. He wanted to live for 150 years. Michael Jackson used to do interesting things to get a long life. For example, he used to sleep in an oxygen tent at night. He used to wear gloves and shake hands with people to avoid the effects of germs, viruses, and diseases. He used to put a mask on his face before going out in public. He used to eat a special diet, and he constantly employed 12 doctors. These doctors used to examine each part of his body every day. His diet was also tested daily by laboratory tests, and his staff used to make him exercise daily. He had also arranged for extra lungs, kidneys, eyes, heart, and liver for himself. These were the donors, all the expenses of which Michael was bearing, and these donors were to donate their organs to him when needed. So he was sure that he would definitely live for 150 years. But then came the night of June 25, 2009. He had difficulty breathing. His doctors gathered senior doctors from all over the country at his residence. These doctors kept trying to save him from death, but when they failed, they took him to the hospital. The man who had planned for 150 years, who never walked barefoot on the ground, who wore gloves before shaking hands with anyone, whose house was sprayed with disinfectants every day, and who had not eaten anything that doctors had forbidden him for 25 years, died at the age of just 50 and in just 30 minutes. His soul flew out of his body in a blink of an eye. The news of Michael Jackson's death was read by 800,000 people on Google in 10 minutes. This was a record in Google's history, and due to this heavy traffic, Google's system crashed and the company had to apologize to its users. For 25 minutes, when Michael Jackson's autopsy was performed, it was discovered that due to excessive caution, his body had become skeletal. He had gone bald from head to toe, his ribs were broken, and there were countless needle marks on his hips, shoulders, ribs, and legs. He had become dependent on painkillers due to plastic surgery, so he used to get dozens of injections every day, but even these injections, this caution, and these doctors could not save him from death. And he quietly left that place one day, and thus, his last wish could not be fulfilled. Michael Jackson's death is a declaration. A person can conquer the whole world, but he cannot defeat his destiny. He cannot fight death and the one who writes this death. So be it a rock star or a pharaoh, he cannot escape the weight of 2 tons of soil. He cannot defeat death. But it is surprising that even after the end of Michael Jackson, we still consider ourselves to be men of steel. We think that we will cheat death. we will definitely live for 150 years. May Allah grant us the ability to act and keep us in His protection and safety. Amen. Amen, Red Heart.